It's real good having you stop in more regular. How can I help you?
Give me some chocolate cake.
Sorry.
I like how I get points for asking these people about things they have clearly no idea what I'm asking them about. Somehow this kid, I can see this kid knowing what the hell I'm talking
Of all
about.
the face-melting food joints in all the towns in all the world, you walk into mine. Don't know.
Okay, never mind. I'm not sure if Rook would know or not.
How goes the investigation? No. Next.
I'm glad these people have any idea what I'm talking about. I asked about Bauer's trance key.
Hey, Murph, how you doing? What can I do for you? Don't know about that.
Okay, these people are still learning here.
Hey, Tex. How's your case progressing? Can't help you there.
I don't know if there's any way to talk to this other guy.
When visiting Salt Lake, be sure to visit. Only guests of this hotel are allowed entrance through here. Well, hopefully, ballroom renovations include installing an actual ball pit.
A ball pit. This guy who's staying at this hotel, I don't know. Let's go.
Before I return to Cézanne, I'll need a laser blade to cut Bowers free.
Got it.
The trance interrupter serum.
Don't
and
got
his
it.
trance key.
Got it.
Man, this is a nightmare. I fly back to the beach house to see if the cards Mason had on him can be used here. When I arrive, there's a familiar face waiting at the door, looking for an update.
Probably the woman.
You found Mason. Is he okay?
Not physically, but mentally he's had a taste of his own medicine and it doesn't suit him.
Where is he?
It's a place called Cézanne, and I can't tell whether he's being held for his own protection or against his will.
So, what do we do now? If we don't know why he's there, we shouldn't get the police involved, right?
Yeah, these boys play for keeps. I'm afraid if we break in on him, Mason may disappear for good.
You said you don't think he knows who he is. What does that mean?
He's been shot up by something called the trance inducer. And if we don't get Mason's memory back, all three of us may be stuck at this dead end.
I'm so grateful you're doing this. I don't know who else I could turn to. I still care for Mason. We haven't been close in a long time. You seem so tough and self-reliant.
Well, being a PI is a very rough business.
Isn't the rough business always more exciting? Maybe when Mason is back to his normal state and out of danger.
Look, I'm no hero. I'm doing this to get my memory back. But perhaps later we could talk about this.
Perhaps is so full of possibilities. Is there a more intriguing or tantalizing word?
Perhaps. But right now I've got to find something to help me get Mason out of Cézanne.
I'll leave you to it. Good luck, Tex. I've got to go. But you know how to get a hold of me if there's anything you need.
She's definitely working for them, right?
I don't get it. I just don't get it. These women, why are they interested in you?
Maybe you need to get your optical sensors checked.
Yeah, between Ariel, Taylor, and the look Mojo was giving you, I'd say losing 7 years has done wonders for your charisma. Hey, have you considered wiping a few more? Oh, and that was a nice catsuit, by the way. Can we pick up one in my size?
The drawer inside this safe needs... This must be the trance interrupter medication. And there's only one dose.
Well, good thing that we have everything we need then, apparently.
Dummy.
I don't know how we know that that's what we were looking for, but okay.
Mason, how are you today? How's everything going here at the camp?
4 clubs. 4 clubs. 4 clubs, Mason. Come on, wake up. Come on, don't be deaf, dumb, and stupid. Please, Mason, wake up. That's it. Come on.
Tex, where are we?
We're in Say Sin, and we gotta move fast.
Is that the trans interrupter? What have you done?
You can thank me later.
But you restored my memory. I'm the one who blocked it.
What? Why the hell would you do that?
Oh, God. Now they can find out everything I know. How could you do this?
Oh, well, maybe because I want my memory back. Your friend said you're the only one who could help.
My friend?
Yeah, the one who came for the cryo chamber.
So he has it. The cryo chamber's safe?
Yes, he has it. So where do I get more serum? There was only 1 dose and you're safe. And what the hell's my trance key?
Margaret injected you. She's the only one who could have helped you.
Yeah, and she's dead. And I'm pretty sure her head was the main ingredient in that soup can of yours. Why'd you cut off her head?
I didn't. It was Maldonado. I don't think I could have done it.
Yeah, well, don't mince words, because it was your idea.
Margaret double-crossed us. She came up with her own plan, but I think we stopped her before she could give it to the translator.
Well, you don't come across as totally insane.
She knew things, but she'd given up hope. However, some of us still believe. It wasn't fair of her to take those things to the grave. And I have the technology to tap what's inside her memories. Even after death.
Well, I stand corrected. You are insane.
You were in on it with us. We were all looking for the Tesla egg. But you're the one who found it in the wall of your apartment. I was still working from the inside, letting you all know what the translator was doing. By then, Margaret had stolen the egg and disappeared. I was afraid she switched sides, so I hired Maldonado to do surveillance on the Ritz, hoping she'd show up.
Yeah, and she did. She and that big mutant came by and injected me.
I caught up to her at the door of her apartment. All I wanted to do was talk, but she clutched her chest and collapsed. Dead before she hit the floor. Decapitation was the last resort.
So when does the abduction come in?
I called Maldonado just when the translator's henchmen arrived. Maldonado brought the cryo chamber while I created a diversion. While they were chasing me, he did the deed. Then I used the transinducer on myself. We'll rendezvous with my friend. We gotta find that egg before the translator does.
All right, but let's swing by and get your wife, too, because she's been worried sick about you.
My wife? I don't have a wife.
Very good, Tex. You continually impress.
The cryo chamber. It holds your answers. Don't let him find it.
Dead?
Welcome back, Tex. You certainly have a
Yes, he
gift
did.
for making things interesting.
Yeah, it's a gift that just keeps on giving.
I assume you have no idea who we are.
Well, let me just save some time here. I have no memory of you or anything else since this bastard here shot me and my girlfriend 7 years ago.
Yes. Margaret made sure of that, didn't she? Willing to die just to keep you out of the equation, undermining me at every turn, right up until the end.
I need to know one thing. Did you kill Chelsea?
You could say that.
Don't move.
It's a long story, Tex. Maybe some other time.
Just tell me what happened to Chelsea.
Dalton, would you please answer Tex's question?
My pleasure. We'd stolen your speeder, of course. After I sedated you and Chelsea, you were taken to a place where we could search your memories for leads to Margaret Leonard's whereabouts. When that failed, I staged Chelsea's death, attempting to draw Leonard out of hiding. We left identifiable DNA inside your burned-out speeder.
Which, incidentally, was uninsured.
Leonard didn't fall for it, unfortunately. Eventually, we let Chelsea go, and I never saw her again.
This was all before I returned. I've never seen Chelsea.
I haven't seen her either, as far as you know.
I have no idea what's going on either.
And you are?
I am the translator.
Okay.
Translating your profession or a hobby?
It is my mission and my destiny.
Well, I guess that makes 1,000,002 questions that I have. Everything would be a lot easier if you just unlocked my memory.
I would if I could, Tex, believe me. Unfortunately, Margaret took your trance key to her grave.
What? I'm supposed to believe that I'm on your guys' side for whatever's going on here?
That's right. We're all in this together.
We united in a common goal. It was a goal Margaret and I used to share many years ago. But she lost hope after I died.
You're Johansson? Margaret Leonard's husband? The FBI agent who stole the Tesla cash?
I am. And I did. But when I learned what we'd taken from Tesla and buried in our vaults, what amazing technologies he had to offer the world, it became my dream to complete his work. But then I was diagnosed with terminal cancer. I had little time left, so we decided that I should be preserved in a cryogenic state, in hopes that a cure could be found someday.
But now you're here, alive again, so who's the one who brought you back?
Margaret refused. She said it wasn't safe yet. I tried to pressure her, and she disappeared.
In the end, it was Mason who completed the reanimation.
What was it like?
Indescribable. I saw eternity. And I returned with a renewed sense of purpose. I finally saw the true vision of Tesla's work.
So if Mason brought you back, why did he turn against you?
Margaret can be very persuasive. I think she convinced Mason that my work was too risky. But she couldn't convince you, Tex.
I'm a little lost here. Why do you need me?
Margaret held one last piece of the puzzle. The Tesla egg. It is the nucleus of the atom. Without it, the spirit radio has little effect. But with it, the veil between living and dead will vanish. And we will all exist within the immortal coil. We have work to do. You're free to go, Tex.
These guys must be playing some kind of mind trick on me. This has got to be a setup of some kind.
Tex, buddy, I'm afraid I haven't been totally straight with you. But over the last 7 years, you have become a lying, womanizing, duplicitous, two-timing cutthroat who plays both sides against the middle for money, and is partners with the gentleman who just left the room. I thought you could just walk away from the person you'd become, but I see that fate may have something else in mind.
I might actually end it here, because it's almost been the 4 hours, The Talking Dead. Or Lost in Translation, and since it's a new quote-unquote day, Confusion 1000, yes.
After I returned from Say-San, I called Alt to tell him Mason Bowers had taken a 40-foot leap. The guy was so broken up, he hung up the phone. I'm not sure if Bowers' death ended Alt's interest in this whole sorry mess, but my gut tells me I'll need his help if I'm ever going to solve this case. I decided to visit St. Germain to find more information about the Tesla egg.
Well, I guess if we're going up here, I'll keep going until I get to a good place to stop.
How goes the investigation? I don't suppose you have any news regarding that egg we talked about?
Well, everybody's talking about the Tesla egg, but I think I've got a lead on it.
Ah, the egg of Columbus. The copper egg. Unveiled by Tesla at the Chicago World's Fair in 1893, it was the very heart of a small prototype that, some say, would become his most notorious invention.
But you seem underwhelmed, and that's not good.
You know the story of Tunguska?
Well, I do now.
If you believe, as many do, that the Tunguska explosion was caused by the Tesla death ray, and you believe that the Tesla egg is a core component of the death ray, well, then the egg would be of immense fortune. Tell me, what do you believe, Mr. Murphy?
I believe you know a lot more than you're telling me.
Are you familiar with Paradise Lost?
Isn't that one of those resorts for swingers?
Paradise Lost is a poem about the great divide in heaven when Lucifer was cast out. After his banishment, Lucifer swore revenge and created an army of his own. He and his followers waited in darkness for their chance to strike back at the god who cast them out. After a 3-day battle against the faithful angels, the forces of evil were banished from heaven for all eternity.
Oh, I like it when the good guys win.
Yes. But what if the war were not over? What if Lucifer had not been defeated but lay in wait, preparing for his chance to overthrow heaven?
Well, debating hypothetical fairy tales is a little nerdy for me.
Look at the world around you. Did heaven win the battle? Man has created hell on earth. And the longer man exists, the further he descends from the wisdom and discernment needed to overcome the darkness. At his core, he is a grasping, clawing, foolish creature, willing to commit any sin to appease his base and greedy nature.
I thought I was jaded. You really think we're as bad as all that?
There are still some who give me hope. You, I'm not sure about. Your role, whether for good or evil, has yet to be determined.
He's not so bad. Does he have the egg?
No, my dear. Entirely the wrong egg. An interesting trinket, to be sure, but not the egg I'm searching for.
Well, if it isn't Ariel Bowers. You know, I hope I pronounced that correctly because Bowers doesn't have a wife.
Great work, Detective. How long did that take to figure out?
Not long. After Bowers told me.
I have to confess, I haven't been totally honest with you on some things.
Really?
Just some?
I didn't know who you were when you first interrupted my own search of Bowers' place.
And what were you doing there?
I work for an organization you wouldn't have heard of. We're based out of St. Petersburg.
Florida.
Russia.
The White Russians.
How about you?
I don't work for anyone. Just the greater good. And my own little passions, of course. Ariel and I have crossed paths on several occasions. This time we seem to have some objectives in common, so we pooled our resources.
Yeah, I'm well familiar with Ariel's resources. How common are your objectives and mine?
That depends. You the kind of man who lets innocent people die?
Not normally, no.
You've heard of the Tesla Legacy Society. At one time, it had a membership of hundreds. After Charles Johansson died, the numbers dwindled. Some time ago, all those people vanished without a trace. I'd hoped to find some answers from Bowers.
Oh, I got news for you. He's not dead. He's back.
He's the translator, I presume.
The one building the immortal coil. You say you like it when the good guys win? You plan on doing anything about that?
Oh, sure. Leave it to me, as always. What are you two gonna do about it?
This is not my battle to fight.
He knows me. I won't be able to get close to him like you can.
You shall have to find the Tesla egg first. Of course.
Great. I didn't even think of that. Well, if you don't have any more helpful tips...
Until we meet again, Mr. Murphy. And something tells me we will.
Until next time. Kiss for luck. You'll need it.
After visiting with St. Germain, the former Mrs. Bowers invites me to a place called the Resort and says she has information to exchange.
Whenever I get to a point where I can stop.
If it isn't Dudley Do-Right. Caught me red-handed.
You know, you should see someone about your breaking and entering addiction. How'd you find this place?
I'm a spy.
Oh, so now you're a secret agent. What's next? Gonna be a pirate?
No, I really am. The organization I work for, you couldn't pronounce it, but in English it's called the White Guard. We've been monitoring the translator for years. We've had our eye on you as well. So are you going to interrogate me? I have so much to confess.
Show off.
So you're sure I couldn't pronounce that Russian name? I'm pretty good at pronunciation.
I'll be honest with you. I need your help, Tex. And I can help you, but I had to find out where your loyalties were.
Army of one.
My loyalties lie with me. Nobody else.
That's why we're here, together, alone. I hope you don't mind. I took the liberty of ordering some food. Should be here any minute. I thought we could have a bite. Get to know each other a little better.
Said the spider to the fly.
I told you, Tex, I've had my eye on you for a while. And as you know, I'm not married. Who knows what lies ahead?
What lies ahead? That may be the truest thing you've ever said to me.
It's a rough world out there. Any of us could be dead tomorrow. I live in the moment. And right now, I want that moment to be with you.
Stay true to your girl. Stay true to your girl. We did that before, so I guess we should keep doing it.
Ariel, I have any number of reasons to keep you at arm's length. But right now, I just need one. There's a woman that I care about. I might even be in love with her. And until I know for sure, I can't afford to live in the moment. No matter how gorgeous or enticing that moment might be.
I know things. Things you might want to know.
I'm sure that you do. But if they come with strings attached, I'm not interested.
Okay, I promise. No strings attached. That must be the food. I'm just going to change real quick.
No,
oh, God.
No changing.
Okay. I need to get this out before you say anything. I get it. You don't know me anymore. But I know you, and I'm not just going to give up on what we had. It may not have been much, but I wanted it to be much, and I'm here just to see if you'll give us one more chance, please.
Thought too. Break up. Well, it's not really. Well, admire Taylor's honesty. Choose Chelsea. I mean, sure.
Look, I know 7 years have passed. I realize that. But to me, it's yesterday. I'm in love with Chelsea, and if there's any chance that I can find her and that she's alive, I can't commit to any other woman.
I hope you find what you're looking for, Tex. I really do. And if you ever decide to let go of the past, come look me up. I might still be here.
So what would have happened if I decided to go with Ariel and then she showed up and I was like, hey, want to join in?
I wish just once I'd had a man love me like you love this Chelsea person. Who is she?
Oh, it's just someone I used to know.
I heard what you said, naughty boy. You want some advice? Don't push your luck. You don't know a good thing when you've got it, do you?
Well, it's not that bad, really. There are plenty of other fish in the sea just waiting to reject me. The good news is that without further distractions, I can focus on my case. I get a call from Archie who says he has a lead for me and I should come over right away.
Okay. Finally. Alright. I think we will call it there for today. We've already gone through like half the day because I haven't been able to do anything because we keep getting these scenes that just pop up. So I guess next we go to Archie's and then well, I guess we go see what from there because I don't know what else to do at this point. You're 100 times more confused than you were when the stream started. Yeah, I'm kind of there with you as well. But, so yeah. Archie's, going to Archie's next time. Then I guess we'll see where we are. I guess we're roughly halfway through the game, from what I know, based on how many days there are. So, yeah.